Ladies and gentlemen, GERI PETITO.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. GERI PETITO taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do.
Just what to do, just what to do.
If what you're feeling is really true.
Is it really true? Is it really true?
Just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. GERI PETITO taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GERI PETITO Show on HamiltonRadio.net. We might have a couple technical difficulties. We're just checking our mics right now. Uh-huh. See? They can't hear us, right?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, can they?
But no, you can't.
All right. That's better. Not really. Talk. Say hello.
Talking, one,
Say
two.
hello.
Hello.
Closer.
Hello.
Hi. But this one's a little weird, right?
It's a little low.
No, it's a little, like, weird. Can't explain it. Guys, sorry. We're just checking our mics real quick. Okay. We're good, babes?
Yeah.
Okay. I think so. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the GERI PETITO Show on HamiltonRadio.net. I have an incredible guest with me tonight who's no stranger to Hamilton Radio or my shows. And we have a friend also that I've met in the past, but he hasn't been on the shows. So I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves first of all.
Hello, guys. I am Rob Latta. Some of you may already know me from here, like Jerry said before. I'm an actor for a lot of independent films. I was also on Creed, the first one. And the independent films I've been on was Backfire, which is where I met you first, Jerry.
Yep.
And my main movie that we have done was also The Deal. And we're here to talk about some of our shorts that we also were a part of.
Okay, introduce yourself.
And I'm Ryan Dennison. I work a lot with Matthew DeLee and Rob Latta and the New and Crowd films. That's basically the name that we make everything under.
What is the name?
The New and Crowd films.
In Crowd.
The New and Crowd.
I like that.
Yeah, it was the product of Matt DeLee's thinking. Yeah, his thing was always that like the film industry, or like at least our local part of it, it tends to be like kind of like in-crowd based and like click based, and he wants to be the new in-crowd.
That's so cool. Tell everybody what you've done on these films.
So for The Deal, which was our first feature film, I was the cinematographer and editor, and also the same for The Note, which is the short film.
That's so cool. So you were on Creed, in Creed?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Very long hours. We were up there from at least, 5:30 a.m. Like, it was still dark out when I was up there until maybe 11 o'clock at night. So they were long hours.
Tell everyone who was in that movie and what it was about.
Well, of course, Sylvester Stallone.
Yep.
Michael B. Jordan was also in it, and I can't remember his love interest in there, but she was really awesome. She was very amazing, and she was thanking all of the extras for being there. She was very polite and amazing to hang around with. I even got to hang out with her during one of our lunch hours.
Okay.
And she was sitting there just kind of talking with us. So, unfortunately, I did not meet Sylvester Stallone there. But I did get to meet him after everything was all said and done. And he had a lot of us gather at the old Rocky statue. It was easy to...
That's the best place to
Yeah,
meet.
exactly.
Okay.
And he was just talking to us and, getting in to know a few of us a little bit. I purposely tried to chime in there a little bit and try to get some of his advice for future acting. And he was really fun to talk to. I was like amazed to get to meet him. He was like one of my heroes growing up.
Yes, to this day, he's one of my heroes.
And I know they say you shouldn't meet your heroes, but I think he's one of the safe ones to meet.
But I don't agree with that. I think we should meet our heroes. Why?
Some of them have some really terrible flaws that people just end up not liking too much, and they don't become their hero anymore.
Okay, well, I'm a different kind of person because if I look up to someone, there's reasons why. So nothing else can deter me from the reasons why I look up to that person.
Right. Well, that's good.
Because we all have flaws. So it's like, we all have side A and side B, right? Mm-hmm. Good side, bad side, whatever. So that's not going to deter me from how I feel about that person with the good stuff. So I'm glad you got to meet him. Did you get photos?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, I
we weren't
can't
really
believe it.
we weren't allowed to.
It doesn't matter, allowed or not. Listen, I had shotguns pointed at me in Russia in the 80s when it was still communist. I went through Lennox Hill Hospital over Rocky movies. Okay? So I
Wow.
would have definitely gotten a photo with Sylvester Stallone regardless.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so let's talk about, well, first of all, let's talk about the first two films, The Deal. So let's talk about Backfire, and then we're going to get to the new ones.
Backfire. So I wouldn't have a major role in there. I mean, my little bit of a speaking role got cut out.
Okay.
But I was supposed to be a typical mobster. He's just counting money throughout the film, and then eventually one of the main characters that is in the film, he's getting ready to come at his dad like he's going to threaten him, and then my character stands up, points a gun at him, and pretty much tells him, "Yo, back off." And then they tell me to sit down and chill. And then he was supposed to hit a bottle over my head and start stomping on me. Well, he didn't know how to do it. He had no idea how to do any of this stuff. So I taught him about it.
You taught him how to hit
I taught him how to hit,
bottle.
yes. Because he had no idea what to do. And he was one of my buddies, and he was in the deal with us too and everything, you know. So I was trying to help him out. He's one of my friends, and I told him how to hit me over it. I was like, yeah, just grab me and throw me to the ground, start stomping on me. You know, I'd done this like wrestling stuff, so I know how to do this. And he's like, all right, we'll go with it. And then it just worked out. He's like, dude, that was amazing. And then he was...
Well, I want to tell you guys about Backfire because I got to go to the red carpet with Backfire, which was incredible for me. And that's when I met you guys.
Yep, me and Matt.
And I ran up to you guys and said, you guys have to
Ryan.
be on my show. The reason why I fell in love with you was because I said you are stupid, okay? Because I'm Italian, and I'm watching this scene, and I'm watching the son of the mafia guy, the head mob guy, get in his dad's face, and this guy over here points a gun at the mafia guy's son. No. And I'm sitting there going, you're dead, but you're dead. So I fell in love with you, and I had to meet you, and here we are today. Now, the second movie that you guys did, The Deal.
The Deal, yeah.
Tell everybody about that.
Well, it was a lot of work, first off.
Yep.
The first run around didn't go over so well, which Ryan here knows very well about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it was a bad time. And unfortunately, Matt couldn't be here today to
Right.
share it with us. He had a lot of family stuff going on today. Very busy. But he was first time trying to direct and write and do all these things together, and just was not coming together. He himself admitted that the time scheduling of everything was just really off. People were quitting on us. A lot of our main cast was just falling apart. So we kind of shelved it for a little while, went to do some mini things, you know. Then we came back on the boat with it. And so we got back on the tracks, hired some newer people, ended up being way better off anyway.
It was awesome.
And it did really well. And Ryan here actually helped us with one of our little effects that we decided to do, where I'm dropping the drugs into the toilet bowl.
Uh-huh.
So that was all his idea.
So
Well, I didn't come up with the concept. I just brought up the idea for us to shoot it.
that's pretty funny. I also got to be at the red carpet for that, which was an honor. So it was just incredible what's happening. So tell us, how'd you feel about working on that movie?
It was a lot of fun, also a lot of stress. It was definitely a good learning experience.
Okay.
It was what I believe it was all of our first time making a feature film.
Okay.
We've all had experience making short films and something on a smaller scale, but it's definitely a whole different ballgame when you're committing to something for months at a time.
Okay. So everybody out there, so check out Backfire and then The Deal. Okay? He's in both of them. All right? And, you know, both of those films have a piece of my heart, you know? So check those out. So now, let's tell everybody, because I don't even really know everything that's going on. I know the names of them. Tell everybody the names of the new films. Oh, tell everyone who Matt is, though. Let's talk about him a little bit.
All right, so Matt D'Elia is one of our buddies. He's the one that helped pull everybody together. He started up a lot of the movies that we've been doing, like The Deal. He wrote, directed that, and he also wrote and directed The Note. So he's come a long way for himself, and me and him actually met through John Casablancas through acting through there. That's how me and him know each other.
Okay.
And him and
We,
Ryan knew each other through what?
We met in college.
In college,
Okay.
that's
So
right.
basically, we the first day of one of our classes, we had that whole thing where everybody's like, "Hi, my name is this, and I do this." And Matt was like one of the first people to take initiative out of the class, and he was like, "I have this project. I want to gather people to do it." Blah blah blah, and which ended up becoming the deal.
Oh, wow.
I was basically one of the only people that kind of went along with them, and I'm glad I did because it came out something great.
That's
And
so cool.
just building the relationships with all the people we've worked with so far has been one of the best choices that I made.
That's so cool. Phew, I love it.
Yeah. So Matt pulled a lot of the people together that know each other now. And now it's our job to keep things afloat. And even when Matt or Ryan or myself were down, we got the other people to help pick us back up again, Okay. So it's kind of like a little family of our group. So I love it.
Tell us about the films, the new ones.
So the two new ones, we have Dirty Data and The Note. Over Dirty Data first, it's a little easier to explain. So it's Matt is also playing as one of the main characters in there, whereas I was AD for this. I was not in it. I was just assistant director.
Why? Your choice?
Kind of. Also, I was like not available for it as much, so I was like, "Can I just AD?" And I kind of like Alejandro didn't have enough room for a lot of actors anyway for it. I was like, I can just like do something small because they wanted me a part of it anyway. And Matt was like, "Well, why don't you try and do AD? You're trying to do directing anyway. Why don't you start off something small?" I'm like, "Okay, sure."
Great.
So I helped assistant direct in this, and it's about a character, about a kid who is pretty much a premature ejaculator. He can't get a girl to save his life. He's constantly watching porn.
How old is he, though?
Oh, I would say maybe college age.
Oh, so he's not a kid.
Yeah, kind of a kid, sort of like 20s. Some people consider that a kid,
a young man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's having a hard time with that. He can't get girls, so he's just watching porn all day and just doing things in his room. And his roommate can hear all this going on, and he is sick of it. He has to go to his girlfriend's most of the time. Oh. So what happens throughout the story is that this guy's girlfriend thinks of an idea. Oh, let's set him up with some girl. Maybe he'll stop. Okay. And that's pretty much how the story starts. And then he's like, "Oh, I guess I'll give it a go." And then he goes to meet with this girl. I don't know if I should say about the ending because if people want to watch it.
Don't say the ending.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Is it
it's a comedy? It's a comedy. Oh, for sure, it's a comedy. It's pretty funny. Okay. It originally wasn't going to be as good if our buddy Alejandro and Matt didn't put their heads together. It was just one of them writing a lot of it out, and like I guess they weren't thinking of everything they want to do. It was like, oh man, there's so many things I need to fill in. So they kind of banged their heads together and just progressed that and made it into an interesting story. So it was pretty funny. I was like trying not to laugh behind set sometimes, like when they were making like weird moaning noises, and because he literally
hysterical.
We literally had to go to one of the cars to get audio of the moaning noises of one of the girls who she was actually in the deal with us. She plays as my fiance in there. It's her. She does all the moaning noises in there. And Ms. Maddie's like, "Do you want to do it real quick?" She's like, "Sure, whatever." So we're just hearing her moaning and like, wow.
So like, I have to tell you guys something funny because one of our viewers happens to be a counselor for men with sex addictions and masturbation and pornography, especially pornography and all that, and he's watching. And I did not know that this movie was about this. This is so funny to me.
Exactly what it's about, yeah.
What's it called again?
Dirty Data.
Okay. So why was it titled that? I mean, I have an idea, but...
I've got no idea. Alejandro made it up. It was his title.
Okay.
It was his story he wrote. He just wanted to name it that. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I get the dirty part, but I didn't get the data. But I guess it just flowed well, the double D, Dirty Data, So it worked out, and it was fun to play on. It was only a 2-day project. Okay. Really quick and easy to do.
And how can people watch that one?
We actually have it through our in-crowd films on YouTube, if you go to watch that. On there. That's where most of all of our films right now are on. The Deal's on there. The Deal's first trailer's on there. Dirty Data and The Note. Okay. We're all together on there.
So now wait, let's talk about that one a little bit more because it's an interesting subject.
Now, Ryan, you had more to do with The Note though, right?
Yeah, I actually didn't do anything with Dirty Data. I mean, I made the poster for it, but I didn't have anything to do with the production of it.
So I have a question though. I don't want to give it away, but does the girl help the situation?
Yes and no.
Okay, so there you go. That's kind of what I thought you were going to say. All right, so that's cool. So now The Note. Okay, I got to watch some of that. I thought it was awesome. Now she's the same actress that was in the other one, right? Wait, yeah.
Totally different girl. The girl that's in The Note is completely new for our group.
Yeah, the girl that played in The Note, her name is Monica Granchi, and the girl that played in The Deal, I think her name was Lindsay Mason.
But she looks kind of
They look similar. They're blondes. They're both blondes. Matt has a thing for bringing
No,
blondes
but
in.
listen to me.
was
I'm
thinking that,
telling
but I
you, to
wasn't
me,
gonna
I
say it.
thought,
That was the same girl?
but I'm wondering if I saw her in something else.
Oh, I don't know. She could have been other things. She has done a few other stuff too. She has a bit of an accent to her. I can't remember
Okay.
where she's originally
That's
from,
so
but
cool, though.
she was really cool to hang out with, and she's really short and adorable. And Matt was so scared that she was going to leave the set when I was messing with her. I was like, because I was calling her like a leprechaun and stuff like that.
Oh,
and just
yeah.
like leaning on her, just teasing her, you know. I mean, she kid back. She was cool about it. I was like, Matt, stop being a wimp.
Right, right, Matt.
But we had a lot
being
of
wimp.
yeah. Matt he gets a little worried too easily about some
Yes.
things. He's like a Jewish mother.
Yes, that's
he
so
wears
cute.
way too much, but no, it was cool. She was really good with us, and actually, she wants to work with me on a horror film I'm currently brainstorming.
Okay.
So she wants to write that with me. So she'll be in more of our stuff down the road.
So that's really cool. So, but tell us a little bit about that movie.
So the movie is based on true events
Okay.
to a degree. It's about a guy who's going through college, and he meets a girl there. And they're just getting to know each other like normal because she already has a boyfriend, so he doesn't want to step on any eggshells with her, even though he finds her attractive. As the story progresses through, you could see like more of his memories of her shining through as he's getting closer to this test exam, which is coming up, which I'm playing as the teacher in that room. So he's falling for this girl, and he doesn't know how to tell her. And she has a boyfriend, and he doesn't want to be that guy, you know?
Okay.
But he's just being there for her as the friend, but he's hurting deep inside. So that's pretty much the main part of the story, and it's just he doesn't know how to get this out. He doesn't want to say anything to her, but at the same time, he can't bottle this up. So he ends up writing it into a note, which is
Right.
why it's the
called
title.
The Note. I loved it.
So,
All right, because again, I don't want to ruin the ending, but I have a question for you because I know how you guys operate.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a twist in this, like something crazy?
promise no twist this
All right,
time.
all right.
No twist this time.
Okay, because okay,
We in the deal we had a twist. Yes, this time not so
I
much.
was like, oh my god.
We made it simpler this time for everybody.
Okay.
We went a different role this
Okay.
time. We didn't want to be too, I guess, obvious.
Stereotypes or stereotypes?
We didn't want to be obvious of what we were doing because we knew we have a certain way of we go about with our films, and we didn't want to keep doing the same exact thing every time. So we didn't want to make it,
Okay.
So yeah, we did a little bit of a difference. And it actually, Matt came to me about the ending. He's like, "Well, should I make it a good or happy ending or a sad ending?" I'm like, "Why are you leaving this all to me?" He's like, "I don't know what I want to do. I need your advice." So I told him what I
Did
thought.
he make it sad?
I can't tell you.
Because Matt, I hope it's not sad. I can see
You have
Matt
to watch
making it
it.
sad. I'm going.
Matt loves sad
I
stories.
know.
He loves it. He gets off to it, I swear. But
I think you're right.
But I gave him advice of what I thought where it should go, whether it good or bad, and he went with it. And so he just decided, write the dialogue for it and everything. And I'm one of the supportive roles in there. That's like the teacher trying to be a little helpful to his character throughout the story at some point.
Okay.
But you'll see that when you watch it.
Okay. So, for anyone that's just tuning in, okay, introduce yourself again.
Hi, Rob Latta,
Okay.
actor.
Actor, introduce yourself.
Ryan Dennison,
And what's your role?
cinematographer and editor, and hopefully soon making a directorial debut.
That's cool.
The master cameraman.
The master cameraman. This guy was in Creed with Sylvester Stallone. That's all I'm going to say, baby. So you'll want his autograph, okay? He's incredible. So give everybody some information out there because Dave Mackey's saying about your website also. We're going to do it again at the end as well. But give everybody
Okay.
your info.
So if you want to get a hold of me on Instagram, it's Rob space Latta, Latta, and that's me on Instagram. You can friend me on, or you can like me on there. Also, we have our YouTube channel called the New In Crowd Films, And if you look us up on there, you'll see all of our videos that we've been making so far, and we're going to be continuing making more, so don't worry. It takes us a little while to get one out because it's time.
Okay.
But yeah, we have a few days for like at least 3 or 4 more projects, and I think Ryan has something cooking in his head too. So we got a lot to offer down the road.
So tell everyone about your information.
Pretty much all the same stuff as Rob in terms of like the YouTube channel, because all my work goes through the New and Crowd Films as well. But my Instagram is basically my name, but with the first letter switched, so it's Diane Renison instead of Ryan Dennison.
Why?
I don't know. I made it when I was like probably 16 and just never changed it.
Okay.
That's kind of funny, actually.
It is kind of funny. I get it.
I like it.
Yeah, I've never really thought of anything clever to change it to.
That was pretty clever.
And yeah, I basically have all the same outlets in terms of like my filmmaking stuff, besides my Instagram.
Okay, so cool. So what else is going on? Tell us.
Matt has already kind of made it public, but I'm not going to go too deep into it.
Okay.
We are working on a silent film.
A silent
Mm-hmm.
film?
Something completely out of our comfort zone.
Wait, when you say silent film to me, there's no... It's
No dialogue at all.
For real?
Yes, for real. Like it's
Like
just
back in the day?
motioning. Yeah,
Okay.
like old school
For real?
silent film. I'm trying to convince him to put music in the background just so you can have more
Yes.
motion. He's like, I don't know if I want it. So we're going to decide at the end of it if we're going to add music or not.
But wait, why wouldn't he want to add some music? What's his thought process?
He's just thinking just completely silent, just emotion tells you everything.
I know, but I
I'm
think...
not
But,
sure.
but at times, maybe some music.
That's why I thought, like, silent for most people, but at certain points, like a
Yeah,
certain
so-
climatic
yeah,
part, have a little bit
Yeah.
of music, you know? I thought that'd be pretty cool, but we'll see what happens. And I'm playing in that. I believe you're going to be cameraman with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the director of photography, cinematographer.
That's right, yeah,
Also gonna be the assistant director.
He's the boss of all that.
I've been trying.
Okay. So now, all right, so then, boss, I have some questions for you. All right, so it's going to be a silent film. Mackie loves it, by the way. All right, everybody's listening to you guys. This is so cool. But, all right, so I have some questions about that.
Okay.
Knowing Matt,
Yeah.
all right, how are
He's
you
probably
going to
laughing right
murder
now.
someone silently? Because I know that's going to be in there.
It's
See,
You got to see to find out.
I'm going crazy already thinking about it, okay?
this one's a little on the softer side.
It's a little on the
There's
softer
a
side.
slight emotional
I'm
part, like,
sure.
oh, what's going to happen?
I'm
There's
sure.
a part like that in there, and I'm in that part.
Oh, boy.
I think it's more so of like a coming of age story rather than the things
Yeah.
we usually do.
So,
So I don't want to give too much
No,
away.
but give a
but,
little, tell us a little bit. Coming of age story. Look into the
it's-
camera.
So basically, it'll be. I'm not sure how much Matt wants me to say, but it's mostly just a way of showing or a way of symbolizing how people go through different struggles growing up.
yeah.
That's not sharing a lot. That's awesome.
I mean, it's mostly going to be about you see a kid kind of walking through things, and you see the troubles of his life starting to weigh him down further and further.
And
You guys are brilliant.
So,
No, but
That
I'm
was-
serious about
yeah,
that.
that most of that was Matt's idea, and then I just kind of like was brainstorming with it too. I'm thinking like, oh, we can add this, we can add that, like.
And also along with silent, it's also an experimental film. So basically, it's not going to be as like kind of like cookie cutter or straightforward as you would see in a normal movie. So there will be certain things that happen that you can interpret in your own way.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yeah, I love that.
it's all the emotions is literally everything has a symbol behind it and why it is the way it is. And actually, there's a little Easter egg from the note that will be in there too.
See what I mean?
So we're throwing a Easter egg in there too, along in the lines of it. So it'll be cool. You'll know it when you see it.
Okay, of
so
course.
you'll know. So I'll just say you'll see something with the character is going to have like a necklace on it. It's going to have some kind of note in there. It's something similar representing to what was in the note,
Okay.
but it's not exactly the same thing. But
Okay.
it's going to be really interesting to play though, because I've never done silent film ever before. I mean, I've done things in silence, like on Creed, we had to be silent when we were doing motions and things. It's going to be similar to that, but a little more on the extreme side of where we're actually walking around and having to do all these big motions. It's like doing a play,
Right.
but with a camera.
And no talking.
And no talking, which makes it even harder, which means you
Yes.
really have to show your emotion.
That's right.
with your body language. So we have to make sure we're doing this properly. So we're going to be doing probably a lot of takes. What do you think, Ryan?
I think it'll be pretty. It sounds kind of bigger than it is. I think it'll be a lot easier than things that we've done before.
You do?
He's got a lot of confidence.
The bigger picture of it makes it seem like a bigger thing, but there's a lot less to it. Where as a performance wise for like the actors and stuff, it's mostly just going through the motions rather than making sure you have to like nail the right pardon me. Like certain actors have to like nail the dialogue the right way in a normal film, but this is more so just making sure that everything's technically sound.
So, are you guys going to be like studying old films, silent films?
I probably will be at least a little bit. I kind of was thinking about looking over a few just to get an idea of how it's done, and just kind of recollect, like not mimic it, of course, but just kind of recollect that in my head. Like, okay, I see how they were expressed this. I could do something similar to like that, but in my own way.
Right.
You know, kind of throw your own spin on it.
Do you guys talk? Like, are you going to be mouthing words, or none of that?
I have no idea.
Okay.
We're not sure about that yet.
Okay.
I think there's parts where, like part of the story is representing bullying.
Okay.
So I think
Yeah.
there's kids that are.
I think you see kids like pointing, laughing, doing
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Like
You might
little
see
things
like
like that.
a parent like scolding, so you might see a few
Okay.
lip words moving, maybe a little bit of that, but you'll get the gist of what's happening. Like you'll be able to interpret it in a pretty easy way.
This could be huge for you guys.
That's the
Possibly,
goal.
it might
I
blow
see
up.
this
Who knows?
as being huge, because who's done this?
I think a lot of people do it on a pretty small scale. It just depends on where they take it to.
Yeah, not made. I mean,
No.
I feel like a lot of silent films are made, but they just don't blow up.
Right.
You know, they just don't get seen or known.
But I think this could, especially with the topic. Right.
It's just, anybody can relate to this. Literally anyone.
right.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you
wow.
can't relate to it, there's something wrong with you.
This is so cool. No, I'm so excited about
Yeah.
that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let me see what
Yeah.
people are saying to you. It's brilliant. Music has been a constant in our lives. Yes. Yes.
Actually, I have some people
Um,
looking on my feed as well.
yes. So, okay. Hello, Ronald. Hello, everybody. Pablo's watching. Frank from Long Island City. Hey, Sweet Pea. You got a lot of people watching, guys.
Oh yeah.
A lot of entertainers. Yep. John Giovanni Zoino. He's an actor also. He was on my show recently, an upcoming actor. He's in his 50s and started acting. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Isn't that
See, it's
awesome?
never too late to start acting. Anybody
it's never
can do
too
it.
late. It's
Yeah.
never too late,
It's
okay?
just a matter of your networking.
That's right. So, wow, I'm so excited. I think I'm more
I'm
excited
excited,
about
too.
this silent film than the other ones because it's so brilliant to me.
And I also feel like the more experience we all get, Ryan with his camera work, us with our acting and everything else, we're just going to do better and better as we go along,
right.
I think. And hopefully it'll get picked up by someone huge,
Yes.
maybe one day, if we're lucky.
We got to work on this because I would love to see that getting up there.
Yeah, we like to space out our bigger projects and fill in the gaps with like smaller things.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like-
that's great.
Yeah, because like Rob was saying, the first attempt at the deal kind of flopped, and then we ended up making one short that'll probably never see the light of day because it's just for mass preference.
I
And,
think it was funny.
And then I think, yeah, we've done one or two between the first attempt at the deal and then when we actually made it, and then after the.
So that one that will never see the light of day. Let's talk about it a little bit. Come on.
Well, it's comedy.
Okay.
And it's got wrestling involved, which I liked.
It has what?
It's got wrestling involved.
Oh, wrestling. Okay.
It's about a guy named Joey Glutes who does fart competitions.
Wait,
Like,
say that again slowly.
He farts competitively.
Okay. Go ahead.
So they're like in the ring farting each other and stuff like that. That's what was funny. It was his first take on doing anything serious, like with a camera.
That was
with
serious?
us. Yeah. Well, it was semi-serious, but he had serious in mind, and he just didn't like the way it went.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty damn funny. I thought it was on par with Dirty Data with humor because I was laughing at it. So maybe we'll pick it back up. Maybe we'll just redo it in a better way. Who
Okay.
knows?
Okay.
I might try and convince him down the road if we have extra time just to do it, because it could really be a 2-day project if we wanted it to. Because we actually use an actual ring for this as well.
So,
And it was fun.
John,
I had fun doing it.
John Zoino says, yo. Yo, yo, yo.
Hello, Joe. Hopefully we get to meet him one day, too.
I would love for you guys to meet. These guys are incredible, and you're incredible. It would be really cool. So does Matt do most of the writing? Do you do any of the writing as well?
He's done all the writing thus far up
Okay.
till very recent. I am doing a coalition with him on writing. We're writing one together, just
Okay.
me and him.
Okay.
It's my first short that I will be writing and directing and starring in.
Oh, wow.
So this is a different one. We don't even have a title for it yet.
So wait, how many are you guys working on at one time?
Like 3 projects.
That's
never ends.
crazy.
That's how we got to get them out and out and out.
Yeah, you have to basically work on.
Yeah.
They always overlap just to. Keep
They do.
things
They will
coming out
eventually-
consistently.
That's how we were able to get Dirty Data and the Note out pretty close together. We were working on them both around the same time, and one of them, again, we got done in 2 days. So that
That's
was pretty
great.
quick. Just me and Matt's, our schedules have kind of conflicted sometimes, so we can't get together for writing every day.
Okay.
We usually try and write on the weekends if we can. So when we get the time, we'll just collaborate together and write a little bit more and a little more of it. He wanted to make it a little more extreme than what it was meant to be. But I think with both of our work together, you'll see a bit of piece of both of us in this, physically and mentally, because we're actually going to be in it too together. It's mostly just me and him and a few other
Okay.
small actors we're going to gather together for it.
Okay.
So, and he's got to play a character who's kind of almost schizophrenic.
Oh, that's hard for him.
So he's gonna have to do multiple. He's gonna do multiple voices, and he's gonna even do a female voice, and he keeps doing a country voice. I don't know why,
I cannot
but he
wait
keeps
for
doing
this
it.
one.
It's gonna be semi-funny and hard at the same time.
Okay.
I think
I could see him doing this perfectly.
so. It's me drama, mid-comedy.
Why is he doing country though?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him that
Tell
one.
him to be
I don't know if he
to
knows.
do a British female.
I don't think he
accent.
knows how to do any other female accents.
I think it kind of has the potential to be like a mixture of the Dirty Data and the Deal.
Yeah, it will be a little bit. It'll be interesting.
Schizophrenia. That's Matt.
Yeah, and I'm playing as a therapist in this.
Oh, are you his therapist?
Yeah, supposed to be.
No, this is gonna be good.
I am sometimes in real life too, so it kind of works.
Okay. What is the name of that one? Or
We don't have a title
oh, you don't
yet.
have a title yet. Okay.
We don't have a title just yet, but it's a work in progress.
Okay.
So once we're done that, we'll be able to talk a little more about
Okay.
it then, when we have it all
We'll have you
finished.
back for that.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's at least halfway through.
Okay.
So yeah.
So now, what about you? Do you do anything? Do you think about writing any screenplays, or have you?
I actually have. I have one that's kind of sort of finished in the revision process. I'm not sure if it'll end up getting made or not, just because I wrote it for fun, just to
Okay.
get back into the flow of it, because I wrote a lot of scripts, not a lot of scripts, but I was more into writing while I was in high school. So I decided to kind of get back into it. But now I'm writing I guess it's a short film, but it's kind of longer than the ones that we've done before. It'll
Okay.
be about like 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, I guess, sort of along the lines of like the genre of The Deal, and also kind of more of a thriller horror.
Okay.
And it's basically, without spoiling too much, it'll be kind of like a dating app stalker kind of situation.
Roll
Okay.
stick.
Okay. Yes. That's so cool, though.
Thank you.
I can't wait for all this stuff. This is great stuff.
Hopefully, if I rub his back enough, he'll let me play as the killer.
But I'm not happy with that. Okay. Stop
I
it.
like playing villains. I have so much fun with it. I did it when I was doing wrestling.
How is that fun? All right, tell us.
It's just, it's fun to piss people off in a funny way.
Kill them.
Well, if it's comedy then. But no, I like I like playing those roles because like it's something that I'm normally not. So it's good to get out of who I already am and play somebody else for a change. And that's the whole point of the acting.
Okay, I
think.
guess.
It's you have to be someone different for a day.
So I want to give a shout out to Tamara Bond right here. I love you, girlfriend. And she said she loves country and she's having a blast watching us.
Good.
Okay.
she'll love his accent.
So we'll let
then.
him continue doing the country accent then. So all right. So getting into different roles, that's really what it's about for actors. And I know that, but
yeah.
you know, I'm the worst. Okay, I'm the absolute worst because I'll go to a movie with my daughter and she hates it. She doesn't even want to sit next to me because especially if she's seen a movie, I want her to tell me everything about the movie and then I'll go see it. She's like, absolutely not. Everything has to be a secret. I don't care about that. Okay, and not only that, I like everything to have happy endings.
That's
Okay, I am the
definitely going
worst.
to be true.
I know, I am the worst. I know.
It's nice to have happy endings though, but I'm guessing you watch Princess Bride an awful lot.
I don't watch any. I've watched it, of course. I don't really
Okay.
watch too many movies anymore.
No.
I'm too busy. But
Fair
I
enough.
like happy endings.
Yeah.
You know.
There's an old show I used to watch called Spartacus. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Of course.
It's got a pretty decent ending with that one. You might like that one. Great show. But yeah, we're gonna try and have a different number of films that can have mix of both and bad.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll change it up.
All right. No, but I think. Listen, I agree with you playing different roles. I mean, Jack Nicholson. Come on, one of the greatest actors of all time.
my
right?
favorite actor of all
Okay.
time.
One of the greatest actors
My
of all
favorite.
time. And look at all the different roles he's played. I mean, come on.
He's
Okay?
done both good, bad, and
That's right.
neutral. Yeah.
That's right.
He's my idol. He's actually the reason why I kind of was into acting.
Okay.
He was the main reason, and then after that, it was other actors like Angelina Jolie, Jim Carrey, Jack Black, and a few other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it's so cool.
was kinda
Who
inspiring
are
me
your
to wanna do it.
favorites?
I'm a big fan of the show The Office, so I'm a big John Krasinski fan. He also played in A Quiet Place. He played the dad. I kind of just.
What about classic actors, like, you know, older ones?
I don't really have a preference.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. Huh. I've never heard anyone say that.
yeah. I mean, like I could probably come up with a list, but it'd probably take me a while.
No, because usually people just, you know.
They have that favorite.
They have that favorite.
Some
you know?
people have a hard time picking them. Like if it wasn't for me picking Jack Nicholson, it'd be very hard to pick who my favorite was. Like, cause I like Hugh Jackman and a whole bunch.
yeah,
I like
come on.
him.
I like a lot too.
But I had my initial crush when I was younger, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, come on.
I was like in love with her when she was Catwoman. Absolutely was in
so
love
cool.
with her. And I had a hairdresser who looked just like her. I was like, and reels for her too. I was like, "Are you Catwoman?" When I was younger.
So I'm going to let everyone know again, who's just tuning in, who these gentlemen are. Tell everyone who you are again.
I'm Ryan Dennison, and I'm a cinematographer and editor.
Okay. Tell everyone who you are again.
I'm Rob Latta. I am currently actor, possibly future director and writer.
Okay. And he was in Creed. I'm just saying. Sylvester Stallone. Just saying. Okay. So this is all great stuff. This really is. So what's your plan now? Now, if you could look into the future, all right. So if you're looking into the future, 10 years from now,
Okay.
where do you guys see yourselves? Yep.
Okay. I don't know. You want to go first, Ryan?
We all think of this stuff. Come on, Ryan.
I always have a hard time, like, kind of envisioning that. I'm more so of a live in the moment kind of person and see where it takes me.
Okay.
I would hope that I'm somewhere in the film industry,
Okay.
doing something with either camera work or editing.
Okay. That's cool. I know you have some thoughts.
I have a lot of
I
thoughts.
know.
So, if my dream came true the way I want it, I would actually keep my house in Philadelphia, but I also
Okay.
would want to have a house over in California at the same
Okay.
time, just to make it easier. I can travel back and forth between my homes, and of course bring my dog wherever I go. Because I have a beautiful German Shepherd girl who's 9 years old,
Yeah, beautiful.
and she is like my baby.
Aw.
But if it was up to me, I'd already be obviously a bigger actor in Hollywood and just trying to get in all the films I would love to get. Like, I'd love to be in Marvel or some of the bigger horror films that are up now, you know, like any of that kind of stuff. I just would get in everything I could.
Well, I see that
Yeah.
happening for you.
So I'm hoping and get to meet all the really big actors I loved, like growing up, and get to meet them and just kind of live the dream with that. And honestly, I wouldn't forget, though, where I came from at the same time. You know, even if I made a lot of money, I wouldn't change who I was. I wouldn't be throwing my money everywhere, you know. I would actually, as a matter of fact, I would think about donating a lot of the funds I would make towards a lot of, like, animals. Like, especially the wild animals, because they were here
beautiful.
before us.
That's right.
And we can't take their homes from them.
That's
and
right.
I feel bad about that.
I agree with you.
I love wild animals. I mean, also, like, sheltered animals and all that stuff, too. But especially, though, the wild animals, because, you know, tigers are my thing, especially.
I love
but,
that.
Yeah, I would give a lot of money to that, and I would make sure it actually gets to the animals, not just the people's.
There you go,
know,
baby.
The real deal thing.
That's
Maybe even
right.
start up my own funding.
That's what we have to do. Start up our own.
Yeah, and actually make sure it goes to the
That's
wild
right.
animals out there. So yeah, that's what I do with a lot of
Because
my
the
money.
majority of all these don't, what do you call it? Places that you donate.
Yeah.
All these,
Yeah.
okay, like 7 cents on the dollar.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can't take it.
Exactly. I mean, and of course, I would save some of my money too
Yeah.
for myself to live.
Of course.
But yeah, that's what I'd want to do with a lot of what I'm
Right.
doing, and just just enjoy my life and let my friends enjoy off of me a little bit. Spoil them once in a while,
Right.
and just still be a good person. That
You are a
money's
good
not going to
person.
change who I
Yeah.
am. And I don't want it to change me. And some of the people out there, you see it changes them. Justin Bieber, see what it did to him.
But didn't he come back now?
I don't know. He's still a loser in my book.
He is?
still a loser.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
I thought he gave his life to God and changed.
He threatens crowds, and
Still?
oh
Then okay,
yeah,
then
he
forget that. All
he
right.
did all that stuff. Yeah, he's not done with that.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I was
dead.
hoping he was.
Sorry, Justin.
No, but I was hoping
But-
he was. All right. But
But,
I don't see that. Listen, I know you well enough to know you will always be a good person. You will never be that person. And I
Yeah.
just wish you the best. I mean, I see you going places. I see you being a huge star. And I see you
Hope so.
inviting me, to one of your red carpet events
sure.
again. I mean, that's what I see.
I invite everybody I know to them, whether they can make it or not.
It's
I invite
awesome.
them like it was a wedding. Come on, guys, all come up
I
here.
love this.
So I bring everybody up there because
It's so great,
yeah,
right?
yeah, and I do other work, of course, too, outside of acting. Like I work with people in residential care. So I deal with a lot of older people all the time, and a lot of them say, "Don't forget about us." I'm like, "Oh, I'd never forget you guys."
See, that's,
So
I want to say something about that. I love you even more now because that takes a special person. Like that absolutely takes a special person. I always saw something incredible in your heart, and now I know why. So, my dad passed away a couple years ago of Alzheimer's, and
Yeah.
I remember thinking the people that care for these people, they are definitely set apart from most of us because that takes, I don't want to get into all that, but you have an incredible heart, and I see it now even more.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I like what I do, and I'd stick with it if I don't get into acting, if I don't go far with it. You know what I mean? I was thinking about going to physical therapy if things don't fall through properly, So I have a
things
backup
will,
plan.
though. Things will
Yeah.
fall through.
But either way,
Okay.
I'll still come back and say hi to everybody
That's right,
anyway.
baby.
I'm not going to forget anyone.
So, what do you do other than with these guys?
Currently just doing like the independent contractor for like driving like food delivery stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
So just making money while
Yep.
while I do things that don't make money yet.
It's funny. So, guys, we're coming to the close of the show. I want to thank everybody out there for listening in, for watching us, for tuning in. I'm going to let you guys tell everybody one last time how to find you. And if there's we could still continue if there's anything else you want to talk about. So we'll start with you, Ryan.
My Instagram is basically my name, but with the first letter switched around, so it's Diane Dennison. And most of the film work that I do is in collaboration with Rob and Matthew D'Elia, so that's through the New In Crowd Films. That's the YouTube channel. And
Okay.
that's about it.
That's cool. Okay, baby.
One more time, Rob Latta. You can find me on Instagram, Rob space Latta, Latta. I'll add you right back on there if I know you've added me. Again, our YouTube is the New In Crowd Films. If for some reason you just can't find it, message us on Instagram. We'll just send it right to you if you're still having a hard time with it. And as always, Jerry, we always love you, and we always love being on your show.
Forget it.
And come back to see you guys and see how you guys are doing. And I know it's like you guys have like a green screen
Is
now.
this
Like
amazing?
it's amazing.
Our brand
Yeah.
new beautiful studio.
You guys got a nice studio. I'm very impressed.
Okay. Remember the first one you came to, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit smaller, but it was still decent. But this is definitely an upgrade.
Okay.
Like
This
for
is
sure, yeah.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, it's
they
pretty
threw us
awesome.
in that building because they were going to tear that one down when they did this, and we were
Okay.
waiting for this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I
So,
like it. I
it's
like it a lot.
gorgeous, right?
Yeah, it's great.
look, you guys look great in front of the blue wall. How's
It looks
that?
a little more professional now.
Yeah, so professional, right? So professional. So,
Yeah.
guys, I am going to end the show with a poem about the Jerry Petito show that I do on my other shows, because there's a lot going on now. A lot has happened, and it's all in here. So I'm going to read this for you guys, and then we're going to close the show tonight, okay? The Jerry Petito show. Imagine that I have 5 shows. I can't believe it was me they chose. First Hamilton Radio, then on PANJ, Beverly Nation Online, Talk Shoe Radio, make way. Brother O informed me, my shows are flying high. Now on Damon Network, Damon Looks will reach the sky. I can't believe the call. Good news from me to you. I'm now nominated for Hall of Fame, guys. Brother O rocks, it's true. I'm nominated for 2019 Internet International Hall of Famer. I will know in November. So everybody out there, fingers crossed, okay? This could be huge. Stockholm, Sweden will be getting me the news, okay? So fingers crossed, guys. I was even named the Jersey Jewel by Brother O. Damn, that's cool. My nickname on the other shows, Jerry the Smartass, because of my logos. Doc G started this. It's all because of you. Then I met Rob Bell on Vinny's show. It's true. Brother O watched my shows and said, please come along. If you do, I promise, with me you can't go wrong. You won't believe this. I swear to you it's true. Now a nominee for Hall of Fame along with Brother O. Who knew? Now picked up by my 5th one, owned by Barb and Steve. Remember then radio, all oldies, I believe. What a ride this really has been. Can't wait to hear Brother O and I win. But even if it don't happen, being nominated, created clapping. For those who know me and those who don't, to keep me silent, you can't, you won't. My show will be to keep it real on how I see it and how I feel. To tell the truth and expose the lies, get out of the dark, let's open our eyes. If you want to get healthy or learn how to live, just listen to me then, inspiration I give. If addiction's your struggle, no matter which one, I wrote the book on addiction, that battle I've won. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass is the title of my book, so check it out, you won't regret the minute you take a look. A lot of info I sure do know, so tune in and learn stuff on the Jerry Petito Show. Thank you, everybody. Okay, Ruben, cut our mics.